Friends? Hello, welcome back. The auction house is back up. Apparently. That's sick. Like to see it there. But we're doing our state of the market video for the month of October. Now, in years past, if you're new to the channel, or the fact that we kind of got away from it last year at the November, maybe even December, what we typically do is just kind of talk about everything as far as the auction house is concerned, stuff that, as far as prices of certain items are going, what direction they're going, whether you should be buying these players, selling these players. Just trying to go and give our best rundown of how things are flowing in the market, how they might move forward. As always, just a disclaimer there that it's just our opinion on things, right? EA could throw one little wrench in the plans, change a set, change some sort of criteria, change a rule, and all of a sudden it could go all out of whack. But for the most part, over the years of us playing Hockey Ultimate Team and spending way too much time on the auction house, a lot of history tends to repeat itself here. And starting off in October, we'll start with the most probably obvious or common questions people are going to be asking is whether or not should I be buying or should I be selling these players. A lot of them in the range of 82, 83 early. And the easy answer for me always is to sell these guys and sell them early. Now, there's going to be a little bit more we're going to talk to about power-ups here in a little bit. But in general, if it's just regular 82, 83s, you sell them early. You sell them as quick as you can because the fact of the matter is, 83s ain't going to go for that much very long. Yeah, you're getting 19K for DeBrincat, 19K for Fox. That guy's just got them all up for that price, I think, there. But there are a lot of guys in that range, the 82, 83. That's same for 81s. 81s I've been selling. I'll bring it up real quick. Our unsold stuff. We're seeing 1300, 13, 12, 1250. I was very cautious, curious to see if they would have sold. They didn't. The 79 and below range is going to be an interesting one this year because there's no more 50 players for the gold collectible. There's 36 players for the power up, but the thing is, it's not worth it. It's heavily not worth it. Now when a power up collectibles are up for 18K right now, you get it for literally half that price, and it'll probably be cheaper than that all year because you can spend 22K or a power up collectible to upgrade, your McDavid or whatever. So I'm very cautious when it comes to buying these. This used to be the go-to for me for years now. Was buy it for a K, sell it for 12.50, 13. Might be able to do it with the 80s, but as far as the cards that we sold, again, Henrique, 29, Comtois, 29, 25 for Smith, 12.50 there. We did get one 12.50 gone, 42.5 for Raquel. A lot of these guys just getting rid of to get rid of too, because it's early in the year. This is the time of the year. You're not going to get this in a month. You might not get this in 2 weeks. So early in the year, sell the 80s, sell the 81, sell the 82, sell the 83s. I was saying this earlier. I know you want to start out, you're like, man, but 81, 82, I got to have a competitive team. You're right. You are right. I mean, just look at the side by side here. Here's an 81. He sold for 25.50. That's not a good example. Let's try that again there, dum-dum. Parayko, Stahl. Stahl might not be a bad one. Stahl, 82 overall. He's got an 82 skate. Meanwhile, McCann, Zuccarello, 85, costs more because he's got that speed. Dumba. I like the Kulikov one here, right? We sold him for 4K as well. That was because he was a featured card. McKenzie. Smith might not be a bad one. 82 skate, right? See, 82, 25 compared to 45. You can get it's not a big difference in the card. That's kind of what we want to talk about. At this point, 82 to 80 or 81 to 79, there's not that big of a difference. It's not going to make or break your team. I don't think you can find some 79s with decent speed to make up for the 81s. Sell the 81s, 82s. If you have to fight through your team for a week with 80, 81s, I mean, you can do it. Play some squad battles, play some hot rush, whatever. But I think it's a big deal because if you hold a team full of 81s week 1 and you could sell them all for, again, specifically 81s close to 4K, 3K, we got 3K for them. That's 20 players, 3K, that's 60K. And a week from now, and we'll see, but they could probably go for around 1,500, 1,600, 1,700. So instead of making 30K, you're going to make, 14, 15K. So, or not 60K, I should. Instead of 60K, you're going to hit 30K. It's 30K in coins you could have made there. So that's the reason we like selling stuff like that. And again, that's same story for all the cards, though. I mean, if you want to say 30K is not a big deal to me, whatever, that's fine. If that's the case, then go ahead and, keep those And I would still highly recommend selling the 83 pluses though, because the 83 pluses are just, oh, it's amazing how much these bad boys are going for. Like, look at this stuff. For some of these guys right now, Kaprasov and the boys. Now, again, some of them going for that much for different reasons. But you can get a pretty nice penny for some of these. And 83s just go down, down, down all year. Now, we have to talk about the name of the game this year. The selling point of the game this year. The old X factors. X factor, X factor, X factor. There you go. Bang. There are some up. Looks great. These are, oh, those are really nice priced. Oh, yeah. Woo, bad. Now, the thing is, this is what's going to change things. The X factor power-ups are going to just kind of bounce the price around here. You look at Landeskog, 83 overall or 20,000 coins. So, there's two things you can say about this. One, you can say, well, the Landeskog is going to go up to 20,000 coins because you can do that or 20k. Well, not necessarily. Depends how many people do it. The thing is, the cards are rarer this year, and I would think it does have the potential. It's unprecedented, and I'm up and down on it. I think you pick and choose your cards here if you're going to do it. Petrangelo, I don't know what his overall is. He's an 83 as well. Eventually, you're going to need that base. And I think there could be a point when the game first comes out for a week or two, maybe. Some of them 83s dip a little bit. That might be a good item to buy. I think it's probably better, instead of trying to predict the direction these go, which they could be decent investments. You'll know if you're playing this game if you get a steal. And let's bring one up just for a good time. What do we say? Rantanen and Landeskog. We'll do Landeskog. Let's do a more popular player. Landeskog, Petrangelo probably be a better one. Petrangelo, Vegas. Can't see that. Is it right D or left D? I think that says right D. We're gonna go right D. Hopefully that's the right team. Not right team, right position. Petrangelo, I think he's left-handed, ain't he? He's about to be. He might not have wanted to be before, but he's about to. Tell you what. All right, so 83, looking great. Yep, perfect. There you go. And Petrangelo, so 59, 18, 18, 15, 15. They've already seen him down to 15k. But this is what's going to be important, is how many's up on the marketplace and when people actually start doing these power-ups, because it's early. The trial's out still. Things are looking a lot different across the board. But it's going to an 83. Are they going to flood the market? Absolutely. Now, an 84 and 85, probably not as much. Because here's the thing. We'll bring up the 83. And this is why I always like saying the 83 and below range. I would feel good about selling even the power-ups, probably. I know that sounds risky. You can hold on to them if you want, just depending on the price. At 15k for an 83. You want to hold on to it, you want to hold on to it. You can always wait, you know, a couple of days into release, see what happens. But he's like, that's not what I came here for. You're supposed to tell me the answer to this. Sorry. That's sets. We're trying to get a collection here. Let's figure this out, boys. Yeah, the menu has not changed in like 18 years and you don't know where the collection is. It's alright. It's because we're talking and playing at the same time. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so what was it? X factors? X factors. They have a page of them all. Yeah, they do. Perfect. So McDavid, you know, McDavid. A little bit different story here from McDavid. We'll bring him up because because all the tiers are different for different players. McDavid is 1 power-up collectible, 21k, 2 power-up collectibles, 3 power-up collectibles, I'm sorry, for 65k. And you get the 2 power-up collectibles or 50k, 2 power-up, or base, or 125k. You know, there is the difference here. 125k or base McDavid. Doesn't mean McDavid can't go for more than 125k, but if he goes below 125k, that's a guy I would feel way confident saying, all right, if you can pick him up for 95k, 99k when the game comes out, somebody puts up a steal. McDavid's typically not like that. He's like a 200k player when a game comes out. We'll see. Ovechkin might work in this case, but I'd feel a lot better about that, because then you say, well, you get him for 100k, you can sell him for 125. That's probably gonna be something that happens because of how rare the card is. Crosby. I don't even know what Crosby's freaking overall is. I'm gonna be honest. Crosby. Is he saying he's 1 overall point lower than McDavid, maybe? 2? Yeah, 100k, 87. So you say 87 again. Crosby, you can probably get him 85k, 80k on a steal. I'd feel good about that. wait for the market to dry up after the first week. It'd be that weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday when the game officially comes out completely. Everybody's got their diamond packs, their pre-order, where you can see some of this stuff dip. Those are the guys I wouldn't feel bad about, because you're going to see them continue to dry right back up. I'm not talking long-term investments, holding on to them for a month, but wait in a week or two. Wait for the price. Wait for the cards to kind of dry up on the market from that original phase of everybody just ripping packs the first week there when they get the game. I like those kind of investments, the rarer guys, the Austin Matthews, the Ovechkins, the 86 pluses, even maybe 85 if you want to get risky. 84, 83, that's where things get hairy. I think when you do the 83s, that's when you just look for the steal that says, am I willing to take that loss of a couple K, 5K, 10K, whatever. I'm going to be honest though, I'm going to take the chance, I think, at a couple of them. I think looking at just being particular with your picks, like a Seth Jones. You got to have a lot of people want to do it still. But his 83 is or his 82 or 6,500 coins. That's a good area for me, I think. Because, I mean, if you could pick up a Seth Jones for 3K, 4K, I don't think he goes down too much then. Because it is an 82. Cards do still hold some sort of rarity if you remember how sets were done back in the day. The difference is, back in the day when we had a master set, we had to keep this in mind, there was 1 or 2 or 3 players you needed. This has got like 40 different players to choose from, or whatever it is. So there's going to be a lot more balance across the board where people ain't just instantly going for one specific player. It's going to carry out throughout the year. And the other thing is, once they got it, they got it. And again, there's just so many players to choose from. How many people are going to take the Seth Jones and say, okay, let's get his power up? I don't think it's going to be too bad. But there's also a lot of people on Reddit, on Twitter, on just that's hot gurus that have been playing for a long time that realize and look at that and say, I'm going to invest in these guys, stockpile them, because it says he's worth 6,500. I can get him for 4K. And that's where you just have to kind of think a step ahead of these guys. When you see them doing that and you see the market dry up, that's when you start listing them. Even if you can only get 6K for them, just understand other people are stockpiling them. And they might start, all of a sudden out of nowhere at 15, 20 up at a time. And we're seeing Seth Jones right now. There's already 4 of them up. That kind of gives you an idea where people are going with the power-ups. There's 4 of them up in a time where it's trial time. There's not a lot of cards up. But again, it's just, that's the name of the game. If there's one thing to look at, it is unprecedented. It's completely new. You expect these cards to be worth the 82s. They're going to be worth more than a regular 82. So if you're just 59-minute mark and stuff and you see a regular 82 that doesn't have a power-up, does Werenski have a power-up? I don't think he does. So like a regular Werenski's going for like 1,500 consistently, 2K consistently, and you see somebody put a Seth Jones up for like 22, 23, then you can feel more than confident saying, let me buy that. We'll wait a little bit. Some for 4K, some for 5K. No question about it. Those worth buying. But as far as just trying to take the, the X Factor power up here thing as a gauge of how much cards should go for, I'm a little bit more cautious from that. I'd be looking more at an in general market from what an 82 typically goes for and how much you're paying for that Jones or any other power up. Other 83s are all going for 5K and Nissen went for, you see him pop up 59-minute mark, 6K, 6,500. Yeah, he's worth picking up probably then. But if he's going for like 10, 12, 15, 20K, then you got to be a little bit more cautious. You can't guarantee that coin price and that player is going to go for the exact same thing. I think that's the message of the day there for everybody. Be careful with that. We'll see though. We'll see. That's just the way we're looking at it. There's other avenues to go here. What I really like, and I think is going to be should be at least the way to go again, is we're seeing, I might even buy some now. I just think it's fun to have coins. It makes me feel special. Makes me want to buy more packs. But I might go out there and look at, well, where do our points go? Look at the collectibles. Seen them up earlier. 15K there, 2019. There's 17. This is probably, again, just like regular years with collectibles, the way to look at this, 21K. They should go for 21K. They should go for 22K, because even possibly 25, because there are players whose power-ups need 25K or a power-up collectible, and that's when you say, okay, I'll get the power-up collectible because it's 23K on the market. So I look at 17.9. I look at 16.9. I look at anything below, I'm trying to think of the tax here. Probably anything below 20K, probably anything below. I like to make a little bit of meat when you pay for the more expensive stuff, though. So I'm probably looking anywhere below 19K and buying those 59-minute market, whatever. You can put it back up for, again, probably 23, 22.5. Again, if I had to guess, that's where we should see it balance out. Nonetheless, at least it's something. If you have a lot of coins, you just want to invest in something right off the gate without worrying about losing coins. You can buy 5 or 6 of them, 7, or you can use them. 5, 6, 7 of them, though. If you can make that 4K profit, 4 by 7, 28K, quick and easy. I think that's a, route to go by once again this year. And then one last thing I'm looking at, just to give you guys a heads up here right off the bat, is the 80 plus range. And how much these cards go for. Right now, I think they're too much. I'll take a look, though, before we say that and eat our words. I'm going to guess so. But we did the math earlier. So, 1,500. And there is no freaking way this one actually up for 500. Is there? Oh, I'm on the start price. I do it every time. Did they move that? Was the start price the buy now, or was the second one? Why do we click on that all of a sudden so much? Let's say there ain't no way there should be that many up. 1,500. Yeah, looking great. And I'm assuming now we get none, right? Yeah, none. That's about the sweet spot. I'm looking for 1,400. 1,400. Anything below 1,400 you should be able to buy and flip. And the reason for that is 2 reasons. One, again, you have the team building sets. And let's see how much they're going for here real quickly. 22. Let's try 22. I think they're cheaper than 22. I think there's some under 2K right now. Yeah, 2K is looking like the area there. 2K is not bad. But I think we could see people list them for a K. Let me see how much you can actually list these before we start talking. I haven't looked what the minimum is. They changed the minimum on everything this year. What's not on my team? You're not on my team. Auction. Yeah, you can start at 950. The max is a 10K still, but you can start at 950. So people can put all their 80, 81, 82s, 83s up for a K. And you could scoop them up. I like anything under 1,400, and you could probably relist them for 17, 18. Because they are needed for a couple of different things this season. That's going to really draw the attention of people. And it's all in the sets. First, again, you have the team building sets. You need the 80, 83 range of players on a specific team. So when you're buying, that's why we talked about buying the NHL players earlier with the 80 belows, not the AHLers, because of those team building sets. You're going to have that. But then obviously there's the exchange sets, which this year is a little better. And people are going to do sets just to get the milestones. This year it is, what is it, 880 plus players for 1 guaranteed 82 plus. So you're going to really dry the market out with that. And again, same story here. Exchange, what is this? 2 gold players with 180 overall higher. So that's not really that bad either. For the, this is the what, a 79 range, I think? Any gold player, yeah, any team. Well, that's obviously going to help with the AHL problem stuff too there for 77s. We said not to buy. So it sure hurt them too badly again. I mean, the floor's okay. If you can 59-minute mark on 4K, you really don't have anything to lose by trying it. I still think you can get 1,200, 1,250 when a game dries out a little bit. It just depends how long you're holding on to them and what you can get your best bang for your buck right off the bat is here. But what was we gonna go through? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I keep forgetting. Freaking X Factor, man. The X Factor. What we was talking about earlier, 36 gold players, but it's only 18 gold players for the 80 plus power up. So it's 18 gold players. I thought it was 16. 18 gold players. Did we go 16? 18 before? 18, 25, 18. That's right, we did 18. But we was factoring a power up counting for 25K because again, it's kind of what the balance back and forth is on a lot of them. 25K, 23K, right around there. But if you're paying for 18 of these bad boys at 25K, you're talking 1366. So really, you could say try anything under 1350. But that's how much it would cost essentially. 1350 to break, the 25K range here for all of these. So that's going to affect the 80 pluses as well, where it's going to keep a floor on them. Where I can't imagine they'd go below. If you've seen them above or below a K, or not below a K, but at a K, 1,100, 1,200, you're going to easily be able to resell them for 14, 14, 15, 15. And again, people are going to pump them into this, the cheap ones, and they're going to pump the cheap ones into the rerolls because they're just going to 59-minute market. Meanwhile, there are going to be people that want to do the team building sets. And those people don't get that luxury. They are forced to buy players on said specific team. The team building sets actually have decent 90 overall rewards this year. And I think you're going to have an easy time selling these for 1,450, 1,500, 1,550 throughout the year. We'll see. That should be the case. That's our belief, though, if it comes to 59-minute marking thing. But that's how we're kind of looking at the auction house right now. things are going to change. It's a different year, completely different, because of the way the sets are done, because there's no gold collectibles, because base golds hold more power that are, with power-ups. So we'll see how it goes. That's our original thoughts. It was a very long video. Most of them will try to shorten it a little bit more than this. Stuck around for the whole thing, though. I appreciate it. I hope you guys found it helpful. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.